Now, the thread that I like to use is Glide. I've always liked using this particular thread for thread painting. I always choose to use black because it gives it that sketchy look. And also in the bobbin, I'll be using a bobbin thread. I always go with the same colour bobbin as what I do with thread. I either use the bobbin thread or I will use the same thread as what I'm using for the top thread. This is the Baby Lock Soprano. Like I said, I'm not paid nor sponsored to create this video. I will set up my thread stand at the side of my Baby Lock Soprano. So I'll put this here because it's obviously too big to put into the sewing machine, and then I will thread it through as normal. I'll also put in the black bobbin thread. I'm going to change out the foot to my free motion quilting foot. This is the free motion quilting foot that I will be using. We'll be taking this off, and at the back of the machine is a switch. I'm going to slide that across and that will take these feed dogs down. My Baby Lock Soprano also comes with this extra table, so it gives me that extra legroom space that I need. Now all I need to do now is take off this foot, put on my free motion quilting foot, and then I can start to demonstrate my thread painting demonstration. So let's do a before and after. This is before I even started doing any thread painting. Just something that looks like this. If you're the type of person that keeps saying that you want to get started in free motion quilting, but you don't feel comfortable or you don't feel confident in doing it, then thread painting is going to be one of them things that is going to be really good for you. And the reason why is it's going to teach you how to anchor some of them motions in that you need for free motion quilting. And it's easier because it's less forgiving than actually trying to do a whole quilt. It's easier to maneuver because you're only using this small piece, and you can get the movements a bit down pat because you have guidelines. You've got these painted items. So I'm going to do this vine. So I'm just going to go along here. I don't really care if I'm not following this line. You can go as fast or as slow as you want to. I also like to go over the line a few times. And I don't like to be neat. I've found with this particular work and the style that I like, it looks much better if it's messy. You see it, like all I'm doing is a serpentine line, but if you were trying to like do something like that and you're trying to do it so accurately and you're just getting like super stressed out about it, this is a less stressful way of getting into free motion quilting. Now I've come up here to meet one of these leaves. So I am going to go around the leaf. And like I said, I am not bothered whether I am being messy or super duper neat. And I'm going to go around it like 3 times. And I'm going to come at it from the middle. And start to draw in some of them vines. And then I'm going to use that vine line to travel along. And I'm going to meet up with this next leaf, and I'm going to start tracing around that leaf. See how easy this is? And I chose to do a super simple drawing just to show how you can elevate something from being really boring to then putting detail into it. So I'm going to go again around here. And then just drawing that vine. I'm going to do a few more and not talk as I'm doing it, and I'm just going to let you see. And then if you prefer to go a different way, like I prefer to go up and down, you can turn the whole thing around and then you can go on and do the next one. So this is this whole top row finished. I'm going to continue on and get these other 2 rows complete, and you can see how it just elevates this whole piece. Just look how different that this now looks. I made an error here. I was supposed to just follow that line, but see what I mean? It looks much better when it's actually messy anyway. I think I might have made an error here as well, but I love the effect. Even with this felt tip marker pen that I didn't like, it's looking so much better now. It has the thread detail in it. Oh look, there's a little bit of a mistake here, but it's part of the look of it. It looks really great. So before I go, I'm going to change this into a zippy bag just to show you what it can be turned into, but also just think of the different things that you could make with your grandkids maybe, or with your children. You could get them into making like drawing their own pictures, and you could go around with your thread painting. You could make this into a whole quilt just of all of their adorable drawings, or anything like that. Make it into a quilt, make it into a Ziploc bag, etc., etc. Make it into anything. This now turns into just a piece of fabric you can use. I have turned mine into a zipper pouch. I hope you have found this tutorial useful and how cute you can make something, how personalized you could make it. Like I said, you could make it into a quilt if you wanted to, or a zipper pouch. You can make loads of different things like a cushion, etc., etc. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I have over 500 sewing and quilting tutorials on there now, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.